way. So, and now we're coming to a next element of the intermodal integrated transport system, which is car sharing. I've mentioned already car sharing. So there are cases where public transport and the bike is quite fine, but there are also cases where the car seems to be the best alternative. But this must not be automatically the private car, because there's not enough space in the city for everyone to own a car. So what can we do? Car sharing is a very modern, innovative service, and as a client you need mainly two things. One is your card, which is also part of the integrated egg-laying wool milk pig, and a telephone. And now I will try to book a car for us directly online and real life. So dial the number of the booking office, which is available 24 hours a day, and of course I will do the booking. I will do the booking in German, because this is a German operator.
Cambio Service, guten Tag.
Ja, schönen Tag. Hier ist Glotz-Richter. 50. Ich würde gerne ein Auto reservieren.
So, Herr Richter oder Herr Glotz-Richter, was kann ich für Sie buchen?
Und zwar Stefani, ein Auto
Ja.
für jetzt, für eine Stunde.
Jetzt wäre 16:30, besser gesagt, ne?
Genau.
Und dann bis 17:30.
Mhm.
Dann heute von 16:30 bis 17:30 am Stefani F wie Fridolin Lied 2.
Fridolin 2 an Stefani. Okay,
Ja, genau.
gut, danke.
Gerne, tschüss.
Tschüss. So, that was real life booking of the car sharing car. Quite easy and unbureaucratic. And now I will show you how the access works. So, we are now here at one of our car sharing stations in Bremen. The car sharing operator Cambio has about 40 stations. This is a smaller one, you can see. And due to the German traffic regulation, this is not a public transport space, but you see this belongs to a church, and they have given this space to Cambio. About 40 of these stations we have in Bremen, mainly larger ones, not only two cars. And we have about 2,750 customers using these car sharing cars, a fleet of more than 100 vehicles. And what is quite important for me is the fact that these cars replace about 700 private cars. Each and every car sharing car replaces 4 to 8 private cars. So we have a net win of about 700 parking facilities, and this allows us to regain street space for better purposes, for greening, for ecological things, for social purposes, for playing, for pedestrians, and so on. Quite important point for the sustainable city of the future. So, this is my electronic car key. This gives me access now to the car. I've booked that car, and I can open it with this transponder field at the windscreen. So, now you can see the green light and the doors are released. Come inside. So, at the dashboard you see the onboard computer, and I have to give in my PIN code. And he says, please take the key. And now I can use the car as every normal type of car. Even music is there. So now would like to give you an example of the integration of car sharing into a new development. We are here in one of the new developments of Bremen, and you can see that we could reduce the number of parking, both on the ground as underground parking, as we have a car sharing station here. So by that means we have been able to reduce the parking for the residents by about 1/3 and replace this by a car sharing station. And that means not only that we are able to regain street space for other purposes, but in this particular case we could reduce the building costs, because underground parking is quite an expensive issue. Now we have seen something about new developments, and I would like to give you also an example of the integration in the already existing neighborhoods where we have the most severe problems, of course. And here we would like to integrate public transport with the other modes of transport. For instance, here with our new mobile point, where we have the integration of the taxi, cycling and also car sharing, all together at one location. And this is part of our strategy to improve the already existing neighborhoods. Out of these mobile point, of these intermodal public car sharing stations, we have here an intelligent locker for the car sharing, which allows also open-end reservations, new things, is more flexible, and also an information terminal about the various kinds of transport information, and I will try to get some examples. For instance, let's take the taxi calculation. For instance, we can see how much it costs to go from here to, let's take the airport, and we can see it costs €11 to go from here to the airport. Such kind of integrated information is an important element of our entire mobility strategy. Car sharing is in fact an important element to make the use of our infrastructure more efficient, to have a more sustainable urban development.